Hi everyone, it is Atia here, Booking with Atia, and today we are getting into day 4 of my Kwanzaa recommendations list. If you don't know what this is, I have been doing or am in the process of doing a recommendation video a day to celebrate Kwanzaa. You can check out my previous 3 for the first 3 days of Kwanzaa, which was going to be Umoja, Kujichagulia, and Ujamaa. And if you don't know who I am, because I realized that I jumped straight into that explanation and did not even say my name, it is Atia here at Booking It with Atia, and I'm super excited to give you these 7 Black authored book recommendations. And before we jump into the recommendations, I do want to give you a brief little history or synopsis, if you will, of what Kwanzaa actually is. Created by Dr. Malana Karinga in 1966, Kwanzaa is a week-long African American and Pan-African holiday taking place December 26th through January 1st. Kwanzaa celebrates family, community, and culture and blends communitarian values and the practices of continental African and African American cultures. Each day of the week-long holiday focuses on one of the Nguzo Saba, or the 7 principles. So we're going to talk all about the 4th principle of Kwanzaa today, and that is Ujamaa, which is Cooperative Economics. All 7 of the books that I am recommending will heavily feature the theme of cooperative economics in Black communities, and I'm super excited to share these with you. If you're interested in getting yourself some merch or some bookmarks, make sure to check out my Bonfire and my Etsy shop, respectively. And if you want to further support the channel and myself as an independent creator, you can consider becoming a Patreon or a community member. Now, without further ado, let's jump into these 7 book recommendations, starting with A Murder for Miss Hortense by Mel Pennant. Miss Hortense used to use her skills to benefit the Partner Network, a local group of Black investors that she helped found. That is, until she was unceremoniously ousted from its ranks, severing her ties to the majority of her friends and community. That was 30 years ago. Now, as a new millennium dawns, an unidentified man has been found dead in one of the partner members' homes, a Bible quote noted down beside his body. Suddenly, Miss Hortense finds her long-buried past rushing back, bringing memories of the worst moment of her life and secrets behind an unsolved crime that has haunted her for decades. 35 years of nursing have also left her unafraid of nobody, whether a local drug dealer or an interfering priest, and she's an expert in deciphering other people's secrets with just a glance. It is finally time for Miss Hortense to solve a mystery that will see her and the community she loves tested to their limits. The first novel from a bold, brilliant new voice, A Murder for Miss Hortense introduces a fearless sleuth who readers will never forget. I forget what month, speaking of forgetting, I forget what month I read this in, but I read it fairly recently. So it's either in my October reading wrap up or my September reading wrap up. Probably my October one. But I absolutely inhaled A Murder for Miss Hortense. I read it in a day and I gave it 5 stars. So, I mean, I always have read the books that I recommend in these lists, but that one in particular, like, chef's kiss. Book number 2 is Hostile Takeover by Christina C. Jones, and this is a Black romance. For Nalani Stark, legacy matters, maybe more than most things. Important enough that when that legacy, inextricably tied to her mother's memory, is challenged, she's forced to consider even the most undesirable options, such as a match made in hell with Orion Sterling, the heir to the competitor she grew up being warned about. Orion is a man well accustomed to getting exactly what he wants. Other than opportunities to grow the family business, he's moved by very few things, one of which happens to be Nalani Stark. They each have something the other needs, and only one way to get it: a contract that delineates exactly what each person takes from the arrangement. Simple enough, unless feelings get brought into the exchange. Another romance that I highly recommend. And the third book on this list is a historical fiction that came out, it came out sometime last year. No, was it last year or was it earlier this year? Time is fake. I don't even know anymore. It feels like I just read it, but also that could also be fake. The book that I'm talking about is The Filling Station by Vanessa Miller. 2 sisters, one unassuming haven, endless opportunities for grace. During Jim Crow America, there was only one place Black Americans could safely refuel their vehicles along what would eventually become iconic Route 66. But more than just a place to refuel, it was a place to fill up the soul, build community, and find strength. For two sisters, the Threat Filling Station became the safe haven they needed after escaping the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre. After looking in the face of evil and leaving her whole world behind, Margaret Justice wants nothing more than to feel safe and hold tight to what she has left. Her sister Evelyn, meanwhile, is a dreamer who longs for adventure and to follow her heart, even though she's been told repeatedly to not dream too big. As they both grapple with love, loss, and racism, Margaret and Evelyn realize that they can't hide out at the filling station when Greenwood and their father's legacy needs to be rebuilt. Going back will take strength they're not sure they have, but for the love of Greenwood, they will risk it all and just may be the catalyst to bring back Black Wall Street back to its former glory. Book number 4 is The Davenports More Than This by Crystal Marquise. The synopsis I'm going to read is actually for the first book, which is just called The Davenports, because I didn't want to give any spoilers, and I do think you should read The Davenports, and I think both of them fit this principle very well. So yeah, I guess I'm really recommending The Davenports as a series, as a duology. The year is 1910. The Davenports are one of the few Black families of immense wealth and status in the United States. Their fortune made through the hard work and entrepreneurship of William Davenport, a formerly enslaved man who founded the Davenport Carriage Company years ago. Now, the Davenports live surrounded by servants, crystal chandeliers, and endless parties. This is the story of the Davenport daughters, their maid, and their best friend, Olivia, Helen, Amy Rose, and Ruby, as the four find their way and unexpectedly find love in a rapidly changing country. Inspired by the real-life story of the C.R. Patterson dynasty, The Davenports offers a glimpse into a period of African American history often overlooked, while delivering a totally escapist, swoon-worthy read. Book number 5 is Love in Bloom by Lucy Eden, and this is another romance. After a flat tire leads to the roughest morning of Emmeline Walter's life, she finally arrives to her estranged grandparents' will reading, and she quickly finds out that her day is far from over. She's inherited a farm, and the Green Acres farm manager, Dinesh Pennecker, is smoking hot with a deep voice that she feels in her belly and other places that she probably shouldn't. Emma can't even keep a goldfish alive. Not to mention all the houseplants she's massacred over the years. Girl, same. But when her big city PR job goes bust, she has nothing to lose and might as well give the farm life a try. Over the course of her clumsy mistakes and learned lessons, she gets closer and closer to Dan. But when she comes across a locked door in the farm's giant greenhouse, she soon discovers that what she thought was a struggling farm is something else entirely. And to make matters worse, the entire town is in on the secret. So when the farm, which many townsfolk's lives depend on, is threatened by outside powers, Emma will need a plan and help. Can she get over that Dan was lying to her the whole time for their chance to save the farm and the love growing between them? The 6th book is a classic that I read earlier this year, I believe, either earlier this year or late last year, that I thought was just really cool and really out there, if you will. And that is Linden Hills by Gloria Naylor. For its wealthy African American residents, the exclusive neighborhood of Linden Hills is a symbol of making it. The ultimate achievement, a home on prestigious Tupelo Drive. Making your way downhill to Tupelo is irrefutable proof of your worth. But the farther down the hill you go, the emptier you become. Using the descent of Dante's Inferno as a model, this bold, haunting novel follows two young men as they attempt to find work amid the circles of the well-off community. Exploring a microcosm of race and social class, author Gloria Naylor reveals the true cause of success for the lost souls of Linden Hills, an existence trapped in a nightmare of their own making. There's also a slight horror element to that one as well, which was pretty cool. The last book on this recommendations list is This Ravenous Fate by Haley Dennings. It's 1926, and Reapers, the once human vampires with a terrifying affliction, are on the rise in New York. But the Saint family's thriving Reaper hunting enterprise holds reign over the city, giving them more power than even the organized criminals who run the nightclubs. 18-year-old Elise Saint, home after 5 years in Paris, is the reluctant heir to the empire. Only one thing weighs heavier on Elise's mind than her family's obligations: the knowledge that the Harlem Reapers want her dead. Layla Quinn is a young Reaper haunted by her past. Though Reapers have existed in America for 3 centuries, created by New World atrocities and cruel experiments, Layla became one just 5 years ago. The night she was turned, she lost her parents, the protection of the Saints, and her humanity, and she'll never forget how Elise Saint betrayed her. But some Reapers are inexplicably turning part human again, leaving a wake of mysterious and brutal killings. When Layla is framed for one of these attacks, the Saint Patriarch offers her a deal she can't refuse: to work with Elise to investigate how these murders might be linked to shocking rumors of a Reaper cure. Once close friends, now bitter enemies, Elise and Layla explore the city's underworld, confronting their intense feelings for one another and uncovering the sinister truths about a growing threat to Reapers and humans alike. If you like 1920s Harlem jazz culture and you like vampires, definitely check out This Ravenous Fate. All right, that is it. Those are the 7 books that I am recommending for the 4th principle of Kwanzaa, Ujamaa, Cooperative Economics. Let me know down below, what books would you add to this list? Make sure you are subscribed and that you have hit the notification bell so you're notified when I release a video tomorrow, as well as when I go live, and to just keep abreast of all the other videos and video ideas that I have coming to you in the next few weeks. Make sure to give this video a huge like and check out my Bonfire, my Etsy shop. And if you want to further support the channel, consider becoming a Patreon or channel member. The link to my Discord, Bibliophiles Unite, is down below. We will be starting a buddy read of My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones in January. So if you're interested in reading or rereading that with us, make sure to definitely check out the Discord below. And I will see you in another video. Bye!
Showing, I ain't living for the moment. I see what's mine and I want it. Hungry like a Pac-Man. I'm Bruce Wayne and Batman. I'm Naruto with a Hanzo. Got a sharp mind like I'm Einstein. Plus I'm copywriting, so it's all mine. Check it for me.